After attending an NPC bodybuilding show a couple weeks ago, I came to the conclusion that a lot of people, even the people that are getting on stage, don't really know how to pose correctly. So today we're gonna do a little posing tutorial so you can manipulate different angles to make your poses look a lot better, make yourself look a lot bigger than you really are. Right off the bat, I am not doing men's physique poses, so if you're here for men's physique poses, please exit the video. Also, I'm not doing open bodybuilding poses. I will be doing classic physique poses. First pose is the front relaxed, but there's nothing really relaxed about it as you will be flexing everything, okay? Every pose we do today is gonna start with the feet. For this pose, I like to do feet about 60 degrees out, maybe 45, 60, not like a complete 45, slightly angled outwards. And you're gonna think about spreading the floor with your feet so that you can properly flex your quads. You don't want your feet too far apart because then you have a gap between your thighs. You don't want that. So feet right under your shoulders is where they should be for the most part. So your feet should be set now. Now for me, I pull back. I spread the latissimus dorsi. If you don't know how to spread your lats, I'm gonna show you right now, okay? Act like you're doing a row. Row back. Make fists with your hands, put them on your hips. And you bring your elbow forward and your lats should come out. Do it over and over until it happens. For a lot of people, it's like activating the muscle issue. Like they can't activate their back correctly to like spread because they're trying to like flex it or something. Practice that over and over again. Eventually you'll get it. So with a front relaxed, we're trying to spread those, but we're not doing this. Our arms are out here. So feet placement is good. I'll go back. And one thing I see a lot of people mess up is where they lean with their hips and their upper body, right? So if the judges are down there, you are going to want to push your hips back to give the illusion of a smaller waist and have your torso come over top slightly, okay? All together like this. And that's the front relax. That's the pose you'll probably hold the most if you get on stage for a classic show. Quarter turn. Now for me, these need the most work. Foot placement for this one. You set your back foot like you would on a side chest. Your feet stay together. When I bring this leg in, I'm pushing my hamstring out. I don't know if y'all can see the difference. This is not pushing it. That's pushing it out. Now you need some twist. You need some mobility to twist to do this one, okay? So it looks like this. See, like I'm cramping up just doing that. So your hips want to stay this way, but you want to open up your upper body so that you look wide up top. Like I said, it's all about manipulating angles, right? So you don't want to open up your hips. You want to keep your hips straight this way. Illusion of a small waist. You're flexing your back chest with this arm. I keep this arm kind of stagnant like this with a fist. You want to open up this lat and you want to flex your core. I can't talk and like do all that flexing at the same time, so it's hard, but like something like that. And then you'll have that for the other side. This is my shit side. This one always looks like dookie. I don't know what it is. Also, the lighting wasn't hitting my abdominal, so I probably look fat as shit. Back relaxed. I'm gonna face forward and talk first. Feet placement, same as the front relaxed, except now you wanna put more emphasis on flexing your hamstrings instead of your quads. And in this pose, when you spread your lats, it's the same arm placement as the front relaxed. However, instead of leaning forward, you're gonna lean back and your hips are gonna go forward. So it looks like this. Something like that. Boring poses are done. Now we get into the good ones. Front double bicep. Some people like to do just a straight up feet placement, the same as the front relaxed, and just go like this. But most classic guys are gonna stagger their feet, where they're gonna put one foot more out in front, one back behind, and they're gonna shift their waist back here to make the pose look more classic. Quads flex, think about spreading the floor once again. Get the feet placement that's most comfortable for you. And then same thing with the front relax. You're gonna bring your lats out. So for me, I go here, I pull back like a row. I hit a vacuum because it makes my waist look smaller. I'm out of breath, bro. Same thing with this one. You want to lean slightly forward and push your waist back like you would on a front relax. As I said for the millionth time already, of manipulating angles, right? Your waist is going to look smaller if it's farther back, and you're going to look bigger if you're closer to the judges. Another thing I see people mess up is their elbow placement, whether it's too far down here or it's too far up here. It just looks weird. I think your elbow should be slightly above your shoulder. So like this all together. And and that's the front double bicep. Next to side chest. Similar feet placement to the quarter turn. I plant my back foot first, slide this one in. My hamstring is hanging because I'm squeezing my hamstring with my back leg. I put the toe of my front foot in the middle of my back foot, and it's kind of like I'm sitting on my hamstring. I'd say for most people, this is probably like the hardest part of this pose because it's hard for a lot of people to get comfortable in this position and then go into their upper body shape. But once you're here, you're going to flex your back chesticle with your back arm. So like this, I make a fist with my front arm, grab my wrist with my back arm, looks like this. And then I'm opening up, dropping my front shoulder slightly, not too much. And then you don't want to have like a gut when you do this shit. So you got to do something with your stomach, either like flex your abs, hit a vacuum, or just like control your breathing somehow. If I'm talking, it's just hard for me to do it, but it should look like this. You also don't really want any gaps. So posing in a mirror is good, so you can cover all the gaps. For me, there's usually a gap, a small gap like right here. Oh, maybe not, maybe there's not a gap. Another key is to flex this lat, your front lat, and then you're gonna squeeze your front arm against your lat so that your arm looks a shit ton bigger. You know what I'm saying? One more time all together. Side chesticle, ham hanging lower than my Johnny, wrist, back chesticle flexed, drop shoulder slightly. That's the side chesticle. Next up are the back poses. These are also some of my weaker poses. I don't know, I feel like my V taper is a little bit off on them. My back lat spread is good, but my back double needs some work for sure. But we'll do back lat spread, and I know back lat spread is not a classic pose, but if you could do a back lat spread, it helps with a lot of the other poses to get lat activation and actually know how to like spread them correctly so you can do your poses, okay? I'll face forward first. Feet placement, you want one of your legs slightly farther back so your feet are staggered. You are flexing your ass, your hamstring, and your calves. Same thing as like the back relaxed. Coming in. But on this pose, once again, you want your waist to go forward and you want your back to lean back slightly, just so you have that illusion of having a smaller waist and a larger back. More V taper. That's what classic is. They want the V taper. Okay, so I'll show y'all like this. And it looks something like that. Now, right out of that pose, same feet placement, same everything, you can go right into your back double. Go here. And I do a back double. For me, my biggest problem with the back double is keeping my width while also showing off the density in my back. And I think it's hard because my back isn't there yet. So I just need more size so I can still have that width while also showcasing the density. Same thing with the front double. The biggest issue I'll see is where people's elbows are, whether they're too far down or too far up. Once again, I think the best look is slightly above the shoulder. So if you have one of those mirrors where you can do a back pose and then you look up and there's a mirror that looks into that mirror so you can see your back, that's the most optimal. My gym and gyms around me don't have that, so it's hard for me to like work on that pose, but if you have that, that shit is clutch, 100%. But back double, very similar to the lat spread, obviously. Same feet placement, everything. Hips forward, lean back. You get it? Next pose is the front ab. Now there's multiple different feet placements you can do for this one. Some people like to do this one where they have one quad out in front with their heel on the ground like this. For me, I kind of do the same feet placement as my front double. So my feet are staggered, one slightly out in front, but not so that it's overpowering this one. I'm making fists and I'm putting them behind my head. I'm not open palming the back of my head like this. What the fist is gonna do is it's going to flex your bicep better. Because if you make a fist and you twirl them, you can see my bicep is flexed. So when I go behind my head, my biceps look bigger because they are flexed. So same feet placement as front double, same thing. Hips shifted back here. I'm gonna come over top a little bit. Looks like this. And for all of the poses, you're gonna wanna tend to flex only your upper body after you set your feet and everything for the pose. Just make sure in your mind, you remember to always keep your quads flexed in all of your poses. Because it's easy to get your mind off of your legs when you start doing like a front double and you're focusing on your elbows and everything. Make sure quads are always flexed. It's pretty obvious, but some people will forget it. from what I've noticed. And as y'all saw, I hit the vacuum on the front ab because once again, it makes my waist look smaller. You do want to show your abs. My abs suck, so I'll probably only show them for a little bit and then go into the vacuum. And that is all of the classic physique poses. If you found value from this, you learned something, please like the video, subscribe, it helps your boy out. I will also be coming out with posing coaching as well as one-on-one coaching. So if you want to work on your posing directly with me one-on-one and get like direct help, I will have that available very soon. But yeah, it's been your boy Ben. We're out. Peace.